Yes, infiltrating an old people's home got me suspended. I know it seems like a TV show title, something that you wouldn't think is real, but yes, it did happen. How did it happen? How did it all start? Well, it started from something that caused a lot of issues, and that's boredom. How am I gonna start this story? It's me and my two boys, yeah, the guys that I would stick around with the most in school. And during lunch times, guys would play football and whatnot. But like us, man, we were bored, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just all the same stuff. There was nothing really entertaining. There were no good clubs going on, none of that. So we were like, sixth formers, they can leave during lunch. Mind you, okay, I was in year 11 at this time. Year 10, like late year 10, I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I think it was year 11. It was the start of year 11. Right, and it was like, alright, bet, yo, what can we do? So then we wanted to leave just like the sixth formers, but we were like, no, we can't go through the sixth form exit or entrance or whatever, otherwise that's too bait, they'll get us, we can't do that. So there's this big ass field, right, that connects the school, and this is like the school, and then there's a gate, and there's the old people's home, and then through the old people's home you can get out to like leave the school and go to the city center and whatnot. So we were like, okay, let's go and scout out there. Went over on the field. There was no one on the field. There was the big ass like fence or whatever. Here, stalked it. Looked for any teachers. There were no teachers about. Boom, we went over to the fence. Like, fuck this fence. We have to get over it. There was a tree. Climb up on the tree. Try and get over the thing. You know what I'm saying? Go get over that. This was the first time, bro. I can't lie. Heart was beating. Adrenaline was pumping. Because it's a scary situation. It's like, bro, you know that you're leaving school. You're not meant to. You know you're trespassing to an old people's home. I didn't know it was an old people's home at first. I thought it was just some random place. And I never saw anyone moving around there. Because from the fence that was connected to the school, it was like a garden. And there was no one in the garden. We looked over. So we went. Bro, all of us got over. We held each other over. And bro, the adrenaline rush. We left. Obviously, we had to go and hit up KFC. It was like a 15-minute walk. Went to KFC. Got some KFC, munched that. Bro, we came back. Yeah, the first time we came back. It was smooth as butter, man. Nothing happened. Everything was calm. We were like, hey, this is working out, bro. This is working out. We might just do this a little bit more often. So then 2 days later, we were like, I bet. Let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? One more KFC, go and explore a little bit more. So we went over. Did the whole thing again. Went past old people's home. Couldn't see anyone in there. I'm telling you, when I tell you that there's no one in this place, there was no one. All right? We went over. Past the gate. There were no teachers again. Went to the KFC. We come back. We're in the garden of the old people's home. We look over the fence. It's around the end of lunch. Because the thing is, right, we don't have afternoon registration. You go straight to your lessons. But then, bro, so lessons had started. There's no such thing as afternoon registration. So there was a PE class on the field. Bro, I can't lie, I saw that my heart dropped. I was like, yo, it's GG's. It's GG's. It's finished. Just wrap this whole thing up. Because how are we going to get back? Because there was a thing on. They would have seen us if we'd gone back over the gate or like the fence, onto the field. It would have been wraps. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, it's a long day, man. Just wrap it up. Just wrap it up. I had genuinely no clue. Like I was panicking. Usually I don't panic. I'm very calm. I was panicking because to me this was the only way that we could get over. So what we had to do was go to the other side of the school where there is the car park or whatever. There's a fence there. Climb over that fence. And then the thing is, we climbed over that fence. We had to ring one of the sixth formers, because my boy knew a sixth former. One sixth former had to come and open the sixth form entrance for us. Because obviously they use key cards to get in. But when you're in year 11, you don't have a key card. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't expect you to be coming in and out of the school. They had to open it. So then obviously lessons have started, right? Then there's this one teacher. He was like a head of year or something. We see him, bro. We thought that he's seen us. We dash. We run. And I'm pretty sure he saw us, bro. Because then after I went to my maths lesson. I arrived at my maths lesson from this. My maths teacher was like, oh, where were you at? I was like, oh, no, I was just feeling a little bit ill. Next thing you know, 10 minutes later, my deputy head teacher walks in and says, hey, I need to speak to you. Bro, God. You might don't understand the way that my heart was beating, bro. Like, I've never felt like fear like that in my life. I was like, alright, they've caught us. It's GG's, right? So then I come down, I follow her. They're in this vacant geography classroom. It's her and my head teacher. The head teacher's there. That's when I knew that I was finished, right? So my head teacher was like, oh, I heard that you were late to your maths lesson. What happened? I said, oh, no, I was just feeling a little bit ill. And he's like, are you lying to me? And I said, no, sir, I'm not lying to you. Like, but I was just feeling hella ill. Obviously, I'm not going to go to him and say, yo, I hopped over the fence to leave the school and go to the city center. I'm not stupid. So yes, I did lie. But anyways, he was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't even want to speak to you about that. It was about a separate issue, completely separate issue. But the way that he said it made me feel like, hey, something's going on here. He knows, but like he's hiding from me that he knows. But I just brushed off and I was like, maybe he was just a little bit suspicious about, you know, me not, because I was in secondary school, in my old school, from year 7 to 11. I can't lie, bro. I was a tap person, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was a horror situation. It was a completely different issue. They spoke to me about it. I went back to my maths lesson, and then after that, we did it. We went to the KFC. We went to McDonald's, stuff like that. We went to, like, you know, all the city center, all that kind of stuff. We did this about 6 more times, something like that. Then one time, on one of the penultimate ones, I think the second to last one that we did, what happened was when we came back to the old people's home, there was someone there waiting for us. And they were like, hey, you guys are the ones that have been hopping over the fence, you school children. Oi, watching you. Bro, we just dashed. We didn't even try and explain nothing, because if they like saw what we looked like or whatever, we knew that they would go and report us to the school. So we just dashed. We didn't even bother, bro. Like, we just left and then came back later. Then, bro, we did it again one more time. Then, this was the time that I knew it was OV, bro. Can't lie. I get called by my head teacher again. Come to the office. The brother's like, hey, what have you been doing during times? My heart dropped. I said, it's over. I just kept silent. Like, do you not have an answer? I said, I don't know, sir. I've just been, you know, doing normal stuff during my lunchtime. He was like, well, the people from the old people's home next door have some CCTV footage that they sent to us. And they showed you and 2 others going over their fence and leaving the school site, trespassing on their property. And yeah, what do you have to say about that? And then when he said that, I was like, hey, there's no point in me lying anymore. Like, they have the footage. I was like, yeah, it's true. We were doing that. He's like, why do you do that? And then I explained to him, I was like, yo, we were just bored. You know what I'm saying? Because during school, like, bro, it's boring. During lunchtime, there's nothing to do. We just wanted to go on a little bit and venture and explore. And he was like, well, you have to understand that as bored as you may be, you can't just start going into, you know, old people's homes and everything, because they thought that we were there to like rob them, or like, you know, because there's obviously safeguarding stuff that comes with, you know, old people being in old people's homes. So they thought that maybe we were there to harm the old people, that we were gonna do something to them, that we were gonna rob them, you know, some shit like that. Yeah, man, I can't lie, I was pissed because I saw the person that snitched on us, right? It was this like lady, this like middle-aged white lady. And, you know, bro, like, I was like, why are you dragging it, bro? Like, there's no need, bro. You can see that we're school kids, bro. I get it, but like, do you really have to snitch? Like, what are you doing? So anyways, he was like, yeah, in terms of punishment, I can't lie, you get suspended for a week. Bro, I was like, hey, I was thinking I might get expelled. I can't lie, I thought I was getting expelled. So when I heard suspended, I was low-key smiling inside. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was getting expelled. So I was low-key singing praise and worship, because I thought I was getting suspended, bro. Or like, sorry, not suspended, expelled. I thought I was getting expelled. I thought he was gonna say, bye, you're leaving. But then again, when you deep it, this did happen in year 11. It happened like February of year 11, which is pretty close to GCSE, the exams that you have in from May and June. So I guess they were like, the kid has 3 months left of school here. There's no point of really expelling him. But bro, it was fun as hell. Obviously, me and my boys, when we went out, because it's not something that guys would typically be able to do, right? So bro, we took videos and shit, we took pictures, we'd be like, we outside, you know what I'm saying? But obviously we couldn't share any of that information with people. And people would be suspicious, because it's 3 of us. We typically like active and everything. And people would be asking me like, oh, where are you at lunch, bro? Where are you at lunch? I'd just be like, nah, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say where I was at lunch. But yeah, it's low-key a weak story time. I wanted to share it, but I feel like I haven't told the story properly. It's more like you have to be in the moment to understand what was going on, bro. Like, that shit, it was gas, bro. I can't lie. Like the adrenaline rush from leaving school, because you know when you do something that you're not meant to do, you get hella like geeked on it, bro. And I was, oh my days, it felt good, bro. It felt good, I can't lie. So yeah, that's the story time, bro. That's pretty much the story time. It's a pretty short video. Yeah, I'm recording this before my exams because obviously, you know, exams and all that kind of shit. But yeah, subscribe, like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Go and watch my other story times. They are definitely more entertaining than this one. I'll say this one's pretty weak sauce. I got some other ones that I definitely want to tell. But yeah, go and follow my Twitch as well. That's another important thing to do. Make sure you go and follow my Twitch. I'll be streaming. There's hella stuff going on once these exams finish in like a month or so. So yeah, make sure you tap in on that. It's in the 5 Star Friday. That's it. That's all I got. So peace. I'm gonna see you guys later.